Welcome to Louisiana Heart Beats. I'm Sudie Landry, and we have a treat for you today. I have the honor of introducing a new upcoming television show and the host of that show. And so, without further ado, I want to welcome Cory Levier, who will be having soon, airing on Acadiana Open Channel. You'll be able to view his show on Facebook and also YouTube after the airing on AOC. And he is going to be doing the co-show. So now we need to let him tell you what he's going to be offering out there. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sudie. Thank you. And she told me to be prepared, so here goes. Greetings and welcome to the premiere of the Co-Show with myself, along with Sudie Landry, who's the host of Louisiana Heart Beats here on AOC. We're here today to tell you a little bit about what the Co-Show is going to bring to the table, right? So hold on to your seats. Here we go, right? The Co-Show is going to feature special guests, great conversation, amazing topics, amazing people. Everything about the show is going to be amazing. First off, because Sudie's amazing, right? She helped me get here. And I'm amazing because God made me that way. And if you don't like it, I can't help it, right? So, but just a little bit about myself. My name is Cory Levier. I'm a veteran from Opelousas, Louisiana. And one of the things I would like for my show to be about is talking to veterans about what's going on in the community at large, right? Because I feel like the more information people have about veterans and the unique experiences and situations that veterans go through, the more we'll be able to address the problem. So I'm partnering with people in the community, the Levier community. We've talked to some people overseas. We're gonna be doing a lot of things to help out veterans, and we're gonna be bringing veterans onto the show to talk about their real life experience and talk about real issues that they deal with, in the hopes that somebody watching the show might be able to see and benefit from us speaking about this particular topic. You know, and another thing we're going to be talking about on the show, along with veterans, is politics, right?
Hello.
You know, yeah, I know, and you know, but it's something that's needed, right?
It is.
Right?
It is.
The politics of this world, right, have an impact on a lot of people in this world. So we have to discuss it. It's something that we must talk about, and it's something that we must address, right? We can't just talk about it like the kids say. We have to be about it, right? So, you know, another thing we're going to talk about is stop, right? Now, you might ask yourself, what is stop, right? Well, Sudie, I'm going to tell them what stop is, right? When you come onto the Co-Show, we want you to stop. Right? Stop right there and pay attention, right? So, STOP is an acronym. I was in the military, so you're going to have to forgive me. On the Co-Show, we're going to have a lot of acronyms. So if you're not paying attention, you better keep up, right?
Right.
The Co-Show, right, we're going to stop, right? And STOP is an acronym for solutions to our problems. Say it with me. Solutions to our problems. She didn't hear me. Say it with me. Solutions to our problems. Right? I caught a napping, guys. Now don't get caught napping. Right? So, solutions to our problems is simply going to be a segment of the show where we go in there and we talk about real solutions to the problems, the unique challenges that face us as human beings every day on this beautiful place we call home, which is the planet Earth. Right? And we're all one big human family, and it is my job, and I'm taking it on as my personal responsibility to make this show, make people aware by watching this show that we are one human family, and that this world will not be healed and it will not right itself until we become that human family. We mesh together as God intended, right?
Let me interject on something.
Go ahead.
Acadiana, this show is no accident. It's our time, and we need this. Cory shared something with me prior to the show, and it was about being a voice for the truth.
Yes.
And these are the times where old methods may not have worked.
Might not work.
And he is also, like he mentioned, been in the service several times, but his heart is not just for a certain age of people.
No.
Or a certain race of people.
No.
It's about doing what's right and then motivating and encouraging.
Absolutely.
And yes, stop.
And stop and making
Solutions
sure.
to our problems.
And like I said before the show, Sudi, we cannot continue to address these new problems with old solutions.
That's right.
It just doesn't work that way. You cannot take a tool that you were using in 1980 and expect to use that tool on a car in 2016. It doesn't match up. So we have to apply this common sense method of solving our problems to more of the circumstances that face our children and face us today as human beings, with us being here right now. Because the people that's gone, of course, cannot affect the situation. Right? And the people that's not here yet cannot affect the situation. So it's our responsibility to do as much as we can to create new solutions to these new problems that we're facing in our world.
Okay, Cory. Now, everybody out there is seeing how fired up you are, and it's already interesting. But let's back up a little bit and start at the beginning of what's motivated you in this direction. Give us a little back history.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Sudi.
Your passion, why?
Right. Well, I'm from Opelousas, Louisiana.
Okay.
First and foremost, and I have to say this for my people in Opelousas, you know what I mean when I say I'm from OP, okay? So we are live wires most of the time in OP. We like to have fun, but at the same time, you know, we have a sense of decorum, we have a sense of dignity, and we carry ourselves in a very professional way. But at the same time, we have motivation, and I know there's a lot of people in Opelousas that wants to help me do great things, and we're going to see great things come out of Opelousas. But I'm from Opelousas. I was raised, you know, with a very strong Christian foundation, and I believe that gave me the platform to become the person that I am today. And then after that Christian platform, I was able to spread my wings a bit, and I joined the United States Army. And in the Army, I was able to go to different places and see different things and see people in different circumstances. And I also went through things myself, right, that gave me a unique perspective into the soul of mankind. And I feel like having that perspective and not using my voice, right, to give the perspective that God gave me would be a sin and a shame. Because if I don't do it, then who am I waiting on to do it for me? No one can speak for me but me.
That's right.
There's a reason why God allowed me to go through the experiences that I did in my life so that I can share those experiences and share the wisdom and share the love that I gained from all of these experiences. Because even when I was going through them, I might not have completely understood them, right?
Right.
But now I have an opportunity to look back. How they say hindsight is 20/20, right? So with the opportunity to look back, I have to. It's not something, guys, it's not something that I want to do, or I want to be famous, or I want to be this, I want to be that. I have to apply myself to the best of my ability in being a voice for my people. Because if I don't do it, who will?
That's right. So what are some of the things you've been involved in recently since the last time I saw you? Because I've been following you on Facebook, and you've been busy.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, we created a nonprofit organization called, listen up, because you're going to hear about it. It's called the Cycle Breakers Coalition, right? And I'd like to say hi to the president of the coalition, Ms. Jennifer. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing fine. And the Cycle Breakers Coalition is exactly what the title says. We are cycle breakers. There are negative cycles that plague our community, plague our world, plague our nation.
Yes.
Right? And those cycles must be broken. It's not a if, and they must be broken in order for us to reach our full potential as human beings in this world. And we want to break these cycles by people joining together, right? We know just for the fact that the sun comes up and goes down every day, we know that life is temporary.
That's right.
Right? Life is temporary. But what I want to do is on this temporary journey we call life, I want us to correlate. I want us to have a coalition, right? And that's why I chose the word coalition, because coalition means a temporary joining of forces, right? But everything is temporary.
That's right.
So I want to break cycles by people temporarily joining together during this lifetime to end and destroy these negative cycles that plague our communities and plague our world.
So, Cory, you're getting us fired up. So if anybody really would love to find out more about what you are, or even join forces with you and become
Absolutely.
part of these this outreach, these events, this make a
Absolutely.
difference,
Absolutely.
how can you be reached?
Well, first off, look, you can call me. I'm available, right? I'm open. You can call me. My telephone number is 337-418-0147. I say again, 337-418-0147. Write it down, right? My email address is 5683 THECHOSENONE That spells 5683, the chosen one, which is you, at gmail.com. So you can reach me there, and you can also go to the Cycle Breakers Coalition on Facebook. Just check us out on Facebook. Everything that we're doing is posted up there, and we have events going on. We have programs that we're creating, and guys, the sky's the limit. We really are going to make great things happen with this coalition and with this organization. One thing we got going is tomorrow, actually, is the Refuse to Be a Victim seminar, and it's being hosted by the Cycle Breakers Coalition, right? So what the coalition did, we got some NRA instructors to volunteer their time and come out and teach the community tips and strategies on how they can refuse to be a victim. Right? To anybody, right? If someone wants to make you a victim of crime, you refuse to be a victim, right?
That's right.
Sometimes even people who look like law enforcement, right?
Right.
Are really trying to make you a victim.
Yes.
Right? We spoke about a few things before the show, right? So you shouldn't have to be a victim. As a human being, it is your human right to not be victimized.
That's
because
right.
I feel that it's an inherent human right. Nobody should victimize you, and that as men, right, we should stand up and make sure that we protect our families. And we have to get back to that. And nothing wrong with a woman protecting the family. But if men came together and committed to doing the right thing by their families, this world would change.
I want to add to this, Cory, that it's about time men like you step up and make a difference and take on stuff that no one else is doing.
We will.
Just by hearing you talk, I know there's got to be some men out there that's ready to find out what you are all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I knew that there was a certain light shining on you when we first met, didn't know what, but when it was timing and you were ready,
absolutely,
you shared what you wanted to do. But I'm going to bring up something that I want to see if, young people, boot camps, does that sound familiar to you?
Oh, man, doesn't sound familiar.
I've been telling everybody about it. When's it happening?
Well, I want to give you a little backdrop.
Okay.
Right? Well, what we've been doing is we have a veteran, right, that works with the Cycle Breakers Coalition. He's also a substitute teacher, right?
Wonderful.
And what he's been doing is volunteering his time 2 days a week at a public school, right, in St. Leandry Parish.
Awesome.
And he's been volunteering his time, and instead of getting suspended, right, the kids go to him for 2 days in lieu of suspension, out of school suspension. So we have an in-school suspension program.
Wow.
Right? And this is a volunteer from the community who has a relationship with the school board, and he's volunteering his time, and it's so special because the kids are really responding because they have an opportunity to say what's bothering them in a judgment-free zone.
A judgment-free.
Judgment-free zone.
Good word.
Absolutely. Because but instead of going out into the streets for 3 to 5 days and having access to all kinds of negative opportunities, right? They come to us for 2 days where they get an opportunity to reflect, on what got them there, right? They have an opportunity to reflect on the choices that brought them to where they are, and then we deal with them in a way that only a veteran can. Because we have so much love and we have so much discipline, and it's just a beautiful thing to watch these kids blossom under our tutorship. But One more thing that we also are doing is during the process, we started to notice that there was a need. There was a need for more. So I said, well, we have the in-school suspension program. Well, we're going to start an after-school gardening program.
I was going to bring
Right?
that up.
Oh, yeah, it's all part of it. Now,
All right.
we're going to have the after-school gardening program where kids can come after school and work in the garden together. And then we're going to just give the vegetables to them when they're done, where they can eat them, sell them, and do whatever they want with them. But we have to change the conversation about immediate gratification, right? Mm-hmm. You plant something, you grow it, you watch it, you water it, and the sun comes out, and you can check it out, and it's growing. But, I talked to a kid one day, and he told me, I was like, man, if you plant this seed in the ground, when do you expect the plant to show up? He's like, tomorrow. Right? So this immediate gratification thing has gotten way out of hand, and we need to get back to the basics of what makes us human. Right? And that's growth. We have to continue to grow. So we have the in-school suspension, after-school gardening program, right? And then we have a parental involvement program.
Wonderful,
right?
needed.
Where we are not asking, we are demanding. Right? You hear me? We are demanding that you, as a parent, get up off your couch or get up from where you're sitting at, right? And participate in the activities and participate in your child's life and his education or his or her education. We are demanding that. So we're going to try to get 100% participation from every parent that we can, right, at this school. And when you bring all those things together, you have the makings of a summer program that's going to be out of this world.
Yes.
Right? Because at the summer program, they're going to get an opportunity to work in the garden. At the summer program, they're going to get an opportunity to spend time with veterans and different members of the community that has impactful, meaningful things to say and meaningful things to show these children, right? And we're also going to have the military theme behind it all, teaching them how to be disciplined, how to work together, how to come together as one, how to look past skin color, how to look past all of the flaws that you see in people.
That's right.
Because we all have them.
That's right.
We all have flaws.
I know.
But we cannot allow these flaws to dictate who we are as people and dictate how we treat
That's
people.
right.
We have to decide this from the inside. It's about love at the end of the day. So I want to take all the love I have in here. I want to take all the love we have, and I want to take all this love and put it into this summer program along with the ideas we already have in place and make it the most beautiful thing that our state has ever seen.
And we haven't even started the show yet. What?
Right, this is the premiere of the show on the Louisiana Heart Beats, right? So, but my heart beats for Louisiana, my heart beats for God, my heart beats for you, just like Sudi's does. And I'm telling you, tune into this show because it's going to be great, right? But another thing that we're doing is we want to change the face of what we call being safe in America.
There you go.
Right? Because if we're being safe, why are all these things happening?
Really?
Right? So, I mean, if we're being safe, if we've solved the problem, then we wouldn't have as much crime. We wouldn't have as many people being victimized.
That's right.
Right? So with this Refuse to Be a Victim program that myself and other veterans are going to be instructing, right? We went and get certified by the National Rifle Association to become certified instructors in the Refuse to Be a Victim program. And this program, we are going to take this program and take it, we're going to blow it out of the stratosphere. We are trying to go to any city that's going to have us and teach this program to the community, teach this program to our fellow citizens, and put them in a position to where they can take responsibility for their own safety and refuse to be anybody's victim, right?
I think you're on your way.
Oh, am I on my way? Guys, when I first met Sudi in the hospital, I had no clue that I would be sitting at this desk today talking to Sudi about on the premiere of my own show, right? And Sudi was like, Cory, this was God. It's been happening. It's going to continue to happen. And guys, I'm telling you, we're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. We're gonna have fun. But the most important thing, we're going to be the voice of truth in this community. We're going to be the voice of truth in our state, and we're going to be the voice of truth in this world because it's needed. And I'm not afraid. right? So
Right. By the way, he was a security guard at the hospital.
right, I was a security guard at the hospital, so I know how to secure things. Trust me, right? And but meeting you at the hospital, Sudi, put me on this path to having my own show. I've always thought about it, and we've come up with several different things, and through all these things, you know, when you met me, Sudi, and I have to be honest, you know, I was suffering from depression.
Wow.
Right.
Didn't
and
know
you
it.
wouldn't even you wouldn't have known it because you know, God had my back, right?
Right.
So even when the depression was trying to hold on, God had my back, and God did not allow me to fall too deep into it, so I was able to function. Right? When I was suffering on the inside, looking for a place to let my light shine, looking for a place to release all of this frustration. And Sudi, not too long after we met, man, I started meeting more people. More people started to see the gift that was inside me that I couldn't see.
There you go.
Right?
Confirmation.
Right, confirmation of these gifts that God gave me. And I started to imagine that if I use my gift, I can reach people. Right?
Right.
So I started to say, well, guess what? If God believes in me, if people believe in me, who am I?
That's right.
To not believe in me. So I own my power, right? And you have to own your power, right? You cannot do anything else until you own your power. And we're going to get to that in another segment. But, you know, I learned to own my power, and I learned that it was okay to let my light shine. And that's something that I want every kid and every person and every human being listening to this program to understand fully. No one else can take the shade off of your light except you. So
I like that. Say that again.
no one else can take the shade off of your light
I love
except
it.
you.
Love
You're
it.
the only one with the power to let your light shine. You're the only one. You, I'm talking to you. You sitting on the couch, you with that ice cream in your hand, you're the only one that can make a difference in your life. So, Sudi, what do you think of all this?
Well, first of all, it's no accident. I'm going to pick up on that hospital stay. I had a little great grandbaby that was in the hospital, and I had dropped him off.
Right.
And I walked in, and I went up to the desk like, okay, I need to go in. And this gentleman walks up willingly, and there was something about him, and I said to myself, Lord, there's something about this man. I don't know what it is, but anyway, he took it upon himself to volunteer. Oh yeah, I'll take you, I know where they're at. So as we're walking, the Holy Spirit prompted me to start gabbing, and listen, whenever that happens, I don't know what's coming out of my mouth, and I feel kind of funny later, but
Let it flow.
let it flow, and it just come out. I said, I don't know why, but I just know there's some connection. I don't know what your story is, but something's going to take place. And I shared about the show and the different kinds of people I think that came on the show.
Right.
And Acadiana, he went back to wherever he was, and then he came back, and he shared with me, I forgot exactly what it was, but it was along the lines of something in his heart.
Right.
And it went from there, oh, wow. Then he shared his background, and I'm like, you need to have a television show.
Absolutely.
It is so
I
easy.
remember you saying that, Sudi.
You need
I
to have a
remember you
television
saying
show.
that. And
People need to hear this.
and where are we today?
Where are we today? Perfect timing, perfect cycle has returned.
Right. And this is a positive
And it's a
cycle,
God, it's
right?
positive.
Positive cycle. Now, this is the key, right? The only way to destroy a negative cycle is to create a positive cycle.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So that's what we're doing. We're creating positive cycles. We're creating positive programs, positive events, right? That's going to take place and create all of this good energy, right? We just like in what we have. Well, we actually at the school, right, are calling it trend setting and cycle breaking. They come to cycle breaking class first, and then they go to trend setting class, right? Which is a perfect way. So if there's anything in your life that you're going through, right, there's a cycle that you need to break that cycle. If you need to, call me, right? We'll break it together. And it's time to set a new trend in your life. If you set one new trend every week, I guarantee you in 2 months your life will change.
Well, guess what, Cory? you've given them a taste of what's coming. You've given them an idea of some of the things you've done. And we're getting close to the end of the show.
Already?
Yeah, already. When you're having fun, and see how fast it
I
passed?
feel like I've been here 2 seconds.
I know. So we need to start closing out the show with the rolling credits. Is there anything you'd like to say as long as they're rolling?
Right. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. Thank you for watching Shooty Show Louisiana Heart Beats. And tune in for the next installment of The Coast Show with me, your host, Cory Levier. Thank you.
And I encourage you to watch our show every Monday night at 9 p.m. It just might be you or even Cory's new show that you will be watching. Until then, just know that Acadiana cares about you. The station is all about people and what you think and you desire. And Cory Levier, the co-show, is going to dish out a lot of great ideas, and you might want to participate. Until then, be blessed and know this is no accident.
The coolest thing since sliced bread.